Okay, good morning, TLE Majors. Today, we're going to discuss TLE Majorship. And pag sinabi natin TLE Majorship is hindi talaga siya ganun kadali. Bakit? Kasi medyo mahirap talaga siya. And sinasabi ko lagi is, wag tayo mag-isip ng mahirap. Bakit? Kasi pag naging mahirap yung isang bagay, the more na nagiging mahirap is lalong nakakatamad. Diba? Hindi siya ganun ka nakaka-driving force na, ay, ang sarap aralin ito. Kasi tele-majorship, mahirap naman talaga. Pero tanggalin natin sa mindset natin na mahirap siya. Instead, palitan natin siya ng challenging. Diba? Pag sinabing tele-majorship, medyo challenging siya. Kasi, pag sinabing tele-majorship, hindi lang naman siya nakafocus na about technology and livelihood education. This is composed of 8 tracks. Namely, andyan yung ating drafting, meron din tayong carpentry and masonry, meron pa tayong electricity, meron din tayong electronics, andyan din yung cosmetology, meron pa rin tayong plumbing, meron pa rin tayong foods, meron pa rin tayong entrepreneurship and business mathematics. Sa sobrang daming yan, sa 8 yan, is hindi sila kapare-pareha. Bakit? Pag sinabi natin drafting, iba din siya sa carpentry and masonry. Kumbaga, nagiging challenging siya kasi aaralin natin yung basic ni drafting hanggang sa pinaka-core niya. And pag natapos natin si drafting, babalik tayo sa umpisa ni carpentry and masonry, in which aaralin ulit natin yung simula at foundation ni carpentry and masonry hanggang sa pinakadulo. At pag natapos yun, babalik tayo ulit sa umpisa ng electricity at walang katapusang pag-uumpisa tungkol sa basic. Yun yung nagpapahirap or yun yung nagpapa-challenge. Hindi siya interconnected sa isa't isa. But kasi even though electricity and electronics, para siyang magkapatid, magkaiba pa rin sila. Bakit? Electricity ang foundation niya, it just talks about how electricity is formed due to the use of electrons. And electronics, pag sinabi natin electronics, this does focus on how we can utilize electrons. So, ibig sabihin, this electricity and electronics, though interconnected with each other by the means of electrons, okay, magkaiba pa rin sila. Kasi yung electricity, focus on electricity, on how electricity is formed by the use of electrons. Samantala yung isa naman, on how we can, electronics naman, is on how we can utilize electricity so that we can use it in our daily lives. And focus pa rin dito sa technology and livelihood education, nandiyan pa rin si business mathematics and entrepreneurship. So, yan yung dahilan kung bakit nagiging challenging ang technology and livelihood education. Aralin mo yung basic ng isa, pagkatapos mo, babalik ka sa basic ng isa, and after that, babalik ka ulit dun sa basic hanggang sa pinaka-core niya. Kumbaga, nakakapagod kasi simula at simula, hindi sila connected sa isa't isa. Pero kailangan natin siyang aralin. So, dito sa video na ito, or sa mga video na ipapakita ko, is padadaliin natin. Okay? Hindi natin pahirapan because ating ipapaliwanag ng maayos in a way na mauunawaan ninyo at pinadaling paraan kung paano natin mas mabilis mauunawaan yung mga terminologies and concepts na nandun sa technology and livelihood education. So, in this video, we're going to internalize first electricity. Okay? So, dito, technology and livelihood education, unahin natin yung electricity. Paano ba nagsimula si electricity? Okay? So, electricity is formed through the use of electron theory. Pag sinabi natin electron theory, okay? Pag sinabi natin electron theory, everything around us is so-called as matter. Okay? So, lahat daw na nandito sa atin, or lahat ng bagay na nakita natin is matter. And matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. In that matter, it is composed of atoms. And that atoms is the tiny particles which composed ng matter. At inside atom is naandun si nucleus. Okay? And that nucleus is surrounded by a shell. Okay? Merong shell dyan na magso-surround sa nucleus, which there is at charges or 3 particles na present dyan. Namely, yung particles na present diyan is sina positive proton, negative electron, at si neutral neutron. Okay? So, si positive proton, siya yung tinatawag nating positively charged particle. Pag sinabi natin ng electron, these are the negatively charged particle. At si neutral neutron naman is yung sinasabi nating uncharged particle or yung tinatawag nating uncharged. So, nangyayari dyan, when there is a present of proton and electron in a given conductor, dapat si proton at electron is pantay lang. So, ibig sabihin, kung gaano kadami si proton, ganun din dapat karami si electron. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung ang proton doon is 23, dapat 23 din si electron. Kung baga wala silang lamangan. Dapat pantay lang si proton, pantay lang din si electron. Okay? Si neutral naman is wala siyang pakialam. Kaya nga siya tinawag na uncharged. Okay? Present si proton at saka si electron sa isang matter. But there is an unbalancing force na magkakaroon ng collision between proton and electron, which is there are three factors of unbalancing force. The three factors of unbalancing force is namely FIC. Ano yung FIC? The friction, induction, and chemical charge. When that three phenomena happens na mag-charge doon sa isang material, ibig sabihin magkakaroon ng sudden changes si proton at saka si electron. What are the three factors of unbalancing force? Friction, kapag yung isang material is nagkaroon ng friction, ibig sabihin nagkakaroon ng collision between positive proton and electron. Induction, okay? And chemical charge. When that three factors had placed on a certain material, there is a collision between proton and electron, which nagkakaroon ng sudden movement. Gumagalaw si proton and electron. Pag gumalaw yan, si proton at saka si electron, tatawagin na siyang valence electron. And yung valence electron, siya yung magsasabi ng conductivity at saka resistivity ng isang material. Pag yung isang material, mas marami yung electron na present sa kanya, ibig sabihin conductor siya. Bakit? Mas mataas ang kanyang conductivity kaysa sa resistivity. Pag yung isang material naman is konti lang yung kanyang electron, ibig sabihin siya ay insulator. Bakit? Kasi mataas yung kanyang resistivity kumpara sa kanyang conductivity. Okay, so balik tayo dun. These three factors, namely friction, okay, jot note nyo to, friction, induction, and chemical charge. Okay? When that three factors happens na magkaroon present sa isang material, which is sa isang matter, gagalaw si proton at saka si electron. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng phenomena. Pag nagsalpukan sila, magkakaroon tayo ng spark at yung tatawagan nating electricity. Hence, pag sinabi nating electricity, sabi sa electron theory, electricity is the free flow or movement of electrons in a given conductor. Okay, again, electricity from the electron theory, electricity is the free flow or movement of electrons in a given conductor. Okay? So, ayun na, nagkaroon tayo ng electricity. So, ito, okay? So, electricity is the free flow or movement of electrons in a given conductor. Again, summarize natin yung electron theory. Electron theory states that everything around us is so-called as matter, and matter is composed of atoms, which atoms is consist of nucleus, and that nucleus is surrounded by a shell. Meron tayong tatlong particles na sa shell, namely positive proton, negative electron, and neutral neutron. Okay? So, kung gaano karami si proton, ganun din dapat karami si electron. And neutral neutron is the uncharged particle. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang pakialam dun sa dalawa. There are three factors of unbalancing force na kung kaya nagkakaroon ng pagkakaiba sa bilang si positive proton at sa electron, which is the friction, again, friction, induction, and chemical charge. Which, kapag nagkaroon ng unbalancing force, in a simple matter, nagkakaroon ng collision between positive proton and negative electron. Siya yung maglalabas ng phenomena na tinatawag nating electricity. Sabi sa electricity, or sabi sa electron theory, electricity is the free flow or movement of electrons in a given conductor. So, tapos na tayo. Alam na natin kung paano nagsimula yung electricity. Okay, punta naman tayo dun sa two types or two kinds of electricity. Meron tayong dalawang types ng electricity or two kinds of electricity, namely the static at saka dynamic. So, yung dalawang yan, para siya, type siya ng electricity. Si static at saka si dynamic. So, ano yung pinagkaiba nilang dalawa? Pag sinabi nating static, this static electricity, from the word step, static. Ibig sabihin, static, statwa. Okay? Statwa, gumagalaw hindi? Siyempre hindi. Hindi gumagalaw ang statwa. Kaya sinabi, static electricity is electricity at rest. Ibig sabihin, static, statwa, electricity at rest. Hindi yan gumagalaw. Okay. Dynamic naman, pag sinabi natin dynamic, ibig sabihin electricity in motion. Dynamic, from the word sap, dynamic, dynamo. Pag sinabing dynamo, umiikot, gumagalaw. Ibig sabihin, electricity in motion. Again, static versus dynamic, static, statwa, hindi gumagalaw, electricity at rest. Dynamic, dynamo, gumagalaw ang dynamo. Ibig sabihin, electricity in motion. So, dito naman tayo. How we can differ static electricity and dynamic electricity on the means kung paano sila na-form. Okay? So, the static electricity is formed through the use of friction. Okay? So, kaya sinabi, electricity is produced by friction. So, ibig sabihin, once na mag-grab ako ng kamay dito, ibig sabihin, nakakapag-form na ako ng electricity. Kaya siya tinatawag na electricity produced by friction. Though, kapag nag-grab ako dito, there is a friction, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng collision between positive proton and negative electron. But, kapag nirab ko yan, there is electricity, yung tinatawag nating static. Pero pag tinanggal ko yan, wala na ulit electricity. Kaya sa tinawag na electricity at rest. Okay? So, how we can produce static electricity? We can produce static electricity by friction. Samantalang yung dynamic naman, this was produced by electricity. Kaya nga sa tinawag na also known as electric current. So, yun yung pinagkaiba nilang dalawa. Si static, hindi gumagalaw, at napoproduce lang ng friction. Kaya nawawala agad. Okay? So, dynamic, gumagalaw siya kasi yung kuryente mismo ang nagpapa-andar sa kanya. So, ano naman yung connectivity nilang dalawa? Pag sinabi nating static, this static electricity is just, okay? There is just only an attraction, okay? Nag-attract lang si positive proton at saka si negative electron. Once na mag-attract silang dalawa, by producing through the use of friction, mawawala agad dyan. Kaya sa tinawag na at rest. Okay? There is just only an attraction. Samantalang ito naman, pag sinabi natin static dynamic electricity, this was a certain movement. Ibig sabihin, gumagalaw na yung positive and negative charge particle. Yung isa, si static, there is just an attraction. Okay? Tatandaan nyo yun. Lagi, attraction lang si static electricity. Samantalang si dynamic electricity, meron ng galawan kasi gumagalaw na siya. Kapag nagkakaroon na ng galawan, nagtatagal na sila. Kaya nga, electricity in motion. Gumagalaw na yung positive and negatively charged particle niya. Okay? Again, there are two types or two kinds of electricity, the static and dynamic. Static electricity is statwa. Ibig sabihin, hindi gumagalaw, kaya siya electricity at rest. Dynamic electricity, dynamic, dynamo. Ibig sabihin, dynamo, gumagalaw siya. So, how we can produce electricity, static electricity? We can produce static electricity through the use of friction. Samantalang pag sinabi natin na dynamic electricity, we can produce it through the use of electric current. Normally, pag sinabing static, there is just only an attraction. Tandaan nyo yung word na attraction. Nagkaroon lang ng attraction between positive and negative. Kapag gumalaw na yung positive at negative charge particle, tawag na doon is dynamic electricity. Okay, recap tayo. Electricity is formed through the use of a theory named electron theory, wherein electron theory, matter, atom, nucleus. Everything around us is called as matter, and matter is composed of atom, and atom is consist of nucleus, where nucleus is surrounded by a shell at merong tatlong particle, positive proton, negative electron, and neutral neutron. Positively charged si proton, negatively charged si electron, at neutral charge or uncharged particle si neutron. Okay? There are three factors of unbalancing force. Nagkakaroon ng collision between positive and negative, which is the friction, induction, and chemical charge. Kapag nagkaroon ng friction or induction or chemical charge sa isang matter, gagalaw si positive proton at saka si negative electron. Magkakaroon tayo ng electricity. Yun yung tinatawag nating phenomena of electricity, where sinasabi sa electron theory, electricity is the free flow or movement of electrons in a given conductor. Again, there are two kinds of electricity, the static and dynamic. Static, statwa, hindi gumagalaw. Electricity at rest. Paano siya mapoproduce? Produce lang siya through the use of friction. Pag nag-grab ka dyan, there is an electricity. Pag tinanggal mo, wala na ulit. Okay? At mayroon lang attraction ng proton and electron. Samantalang sa dynamic, dynamo, ibig sabihin, dynamo, gumagalaw siya. Mapapandar siya through the use of electric current at nagkakaroon na ng galawan or movement ng positive and negative. For more videos na upload natin, just like the subscribe button and hit the notification bell para magkaroon tayo ng mas marami pang videos. Again, I hope makatulong to sa mga nagre-review. Tune in for more videos na upload namin. And good luck and God bless.